What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol VIAC for Viacom International. Now, of course, this did suffer a pretty nasty move here, so we'll adjust the daily in just a minute. But of course, daily chart on the left-hand side, 30-minute intraday time frame chart on the right-hand side. Adjusting it as we just mentioned, let's go ahead and map out some obvious areas of support and resistance from the daily time frame. Certainly coming into a very critical area of support, just splitting the difference between some of these lower wicks and what we have up here. It certainly looks like $38, a nice round number, is offering some sort of support. Now to the upside, we have this zone here before ultimately the highs way up here closer to $46. So 43 and then 46 to the upside. Looking over at the 30-minute time frame chart now to see how we can sort of navigate this. Don't forget, earnings are around the corner actually tomorrow, and it looks like, let's just hover here for a second, they are going to be released at 7:30 a.m. Central. So before the market open on the 5th. Okay, so not tomorrow, on the 5th before the bell. Noting that we saw a pretty weak close on today's session, right? We saw a nasty drop in the first 30 minutes of the day, and all day after that we consolidated lower in, what I would argue is probably the lower fifth of this overall candlestick, the 30-minute range, first 30-minute range. So very, very bearish close here on Viacom's, right at a critical area of daily support. So now the question becomes, do you believe that you see a bounce here, or do you believe that you see a rollover and a break of that critical daily support? I would argue, based on the nature of this coming into earnings, I wouldn't want to trade it yet until we have that earnings information come out. So that being said, what are some areas of potential support underneath us should this be a collapse to the downside underneath that 38 whole dollar? Noticing also that this was a prior breakout point around this 37.36, I would argue it might be more of a zone as opposed to just a binary under or over 38. So any dribbling back down lower into here could also offer some support. Look for any sort of hammer stick candles for reversals back up higher. Just remembering prior breakout area from in here before all of this madness took place to the upside. Underneath that, though, where do we go? It looks like there is a prior shelf of support at around $34, nice round number. So that would cap off the downside, at least pre-earnings. Obviously, earnings, as we mentioned, will throw a wrench in whatever I say here. To the upside, the only reason I could see you potentially getting long this is if we see a breakout over the top of this bear flag, simply because, again, I use this term very lightly on this channel, is we could see a short squeeze sort of cover move, right? Anyone who shorted here, they're sitting pretty. Anyone who shorted down here at the lows, they're kind of on the edge of their seat, biting their nails, getting a little bit nervous. I would argue if we start to take out 38, some of those shorts start to cover, and we see added buying pressure to the upside. So if that happens, what are your areas of resistance, aka targets up above? I would argue we have here 39.55 just about, based on prior areas of support from the daily. And after that, really, looking at this obvious shelf we have up here at $40.82. So the only long potential play I could see happening is a breakout here to watch for that. Take off, trim a majority of the position here, and then hold out maybe a quarter position, third position to see if we get any follow through continuation up to $40.82. If the bear flag plays out and we take out 38, remember that there is slight shelf of support underneath at 37. Treat this as more of a zone. And then after that, yes, you can start to look for, that larger expansion of range, probably down to 34, the whole dollar. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comment section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget, our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.